thank you for all that you've brought into this. The last 2 days have been amazing. This morning, I felt like you were speaking exactly to what it was I was coming here, my question. And it's about thought versus emotion and the difference between the two. I know it's thought, think and then feel, and think and then feel. But there seems to be, for me, a difference between feeling my way into something and then getting caught in the thinking part that sometimes bounces me out of where it is I want to be. I teach awareness of feeling and getting into the body and feeling, and that going...
Well, when you identify that the feeling you have is indicating an offness, you've felt enough. Don't poke around too long at negative feelings. Take the bounce and take it fast. In other words, when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want.
Right.
This bounce thing that we're talking about is that, don't you always know more clearly that you want to be well when you're sick?
Yes.
Don't you always know more clearly that you would like more abundance flowing when it seems clogged up a little bit? Don't you always know that you want your child to be happy when your child is unhappy?
Yeah.
In other words, this bounce is an important thing to understand. So if you feel negative emotion, take that as your indicator that you're out of the vortex. And then, as quickly as you can, do your best to identify what thought it was that caused the feeling. What was I thinking that's off? I'm thinking something that's off. What is it? Identify it as quickly as you can, and then make a decision to be forward feeling. So when you know what you don't want and you speak it, there is a tremendous bounce power in identifying with some degree of definitiveness. If I will pinpoint precisely what's bothering me, a precise solution will light up in the same moment. And in that moment of feeling the offness, I have a greater probability of feeling the onness if I will reach for it in that moment. So what triggered this sort of jumping in the middle of your statement was when you said, I teach feeling.
Getting into here and staying out of here.
Well, that's good. But if you teach getting into here and there's negative emotion here, and you're not keen on the idea of taking the bounce quick, then you're teaching out of the vortex vibration. You're actually training people to hold themselves in a vibration out of the vortex longer than maybe they would have been if they weren't doing that. In other words, there are a lot of people in a lot of therapies that spend way too much time psychoanalyzing what is wrong, and therefore practicing the vibration that makes it harder to shift it otherwise. In other words, so we just want you to think bounce.
Yes, I get that. I do. For me, I get responses like, I think I feel. And it's a difficult thing for some people to feel in their body instead of analyzing what's going on from their head. And sometimes getting quiet enough helps open that heart space.
But still, there's something in this that is off.
Okay, help me. That's what I want to know.
And here's what it is. Okay. It's that in the struggle between thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling, you're still practicing the vibration.
Okay.
In other words, if it's not obvious, leave it alone. It'll get bigger.
Yes.
If it's not obvious, leave it alone. If it's not obvious, leave it alone. Don't spend a lot of time trying to isolate it and identify it, because in doing so, you just hold yourself there longer. So really, and we're talking about this new today, just in response to what's been coming about, take the bounce as fast as you can and encourage anyone you're teaching to do it too. If someone says, I don't know what I'm feeling, we really want to say, then we're wasting each other's time. Because if you don't know what you're feeling, then these things are true. You don't know about vibrational reality. You don't know about your relationship to it. You're not aware of your guidance system. And so all that you would do is commiserate with them and train them into a vibration that's not helpful longer. But everybody can feel. Every single person can feel. And if somebody tells you, I don't know what I'm feeling, then say, well, then don't change anything and it'll get bigger. And when it gets bigger, we'll talk.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed.